Hey folks, come on over. We've got that Hobby Lobby haul for you that we promised. And at the end of this video, we've got some really extra nice, different things going in our Etsy store right here on My Take on Home and Garden. Now I know if you got to go by Hobby Lobby over the weekend or during the week, whenever you got to go, you're gonna have a smile on your face like I do. No, we're not sponsored by them, but I was so pleased to see their store this year. And if you watch the video for Monday that's still on our channel, you saw the beautiful along with me. So it was packed and fun. So here's our haul that I'm going to use in the weeks to come to decorate for fall. Now I got to tease Doy up in Tennessee because she said she loved these too. You can't believe the girl and her sister, they get out there. Good thing I don't live next to them because I wouldn't be able to find a thing because our tastes are so much alike. So we found these mugs and I loved them, and I had to stay on Angela's good side, you know, because she loves a new coffee cup, and so do I. This is a nice seasonal and right into Christmas for your coffee, cocoa, and it'll hold lots of whipped cream. So I had mentioned I didn't see plates. Doy had gotten plates, so I figured them girls wiped out the plates at their store and they probably had to send them some from our store. That's my take on it anyway. So they're still affecting the amount of goods available. Let's dive in here real quick. You know, they have hobby things and household things as well. This is just the E6000 household glue I like to have around, and I was running out and I was so happy to see it there. Just to mention one of them little things that you keep forgetting to write down that you might need. And sometimes these faux florals want to come apart and you need to do a little repair. Let's start off. This was actually the first thing, and we had a couple of these, you might remember, but I had to pick up a couple more, and I tease about these. They are a thistle, and I call them a Moroccan thistle because I've never looked up their proper name. So I just thought that was fun. Beautiful. You know I gotta have some lavender feathered in for fall. $4.99 is 5 times 6 is what you're paying. Forget the 40, you're paying the 60%. So it's 6 times 5 is $3. $3 a piece. Not sure where you're gonna go for that beautiful stem in that size. Alrighty, what else we got? We got some, these are kind of an echinopsis, if you will, with the turning leaves, and I thought they were absolutely exquisite. Look at this. You know we have an awful lot for fall, and you just pick up a few new things every year. These are glorious. I wanted about 5 or 6 bunches, but I'll be happy with one. Look at the color, the cocoa brown, the tangerine, the turning leaves, right? Who knows what this seed pod is from? Even though these are faux, you could actually buy the dried real ones if you find them. And I thought they were quite good. In the small stem section, I love, again, the cocoa color, and they were reasonable. Okay, so gotta get the specs at $1.99, 40% off. 2 times 6 is $1.20. $1.20, and these are large poppy seed pods. You know, when the flower is done and falls off, this is what you would get. So this is a cute, add some texture and some fun in your arrangement. All right, if you watched the video, you saw me run into these. I've never seen these till this year. I thought they were fabulous, and you know, if I'm really nuts about them, I'm gonna get more than one. These in the creamy, kind of a pom-pom mum, just gorgeous. You know that mum leaf. $9.99 would be regular, but at 40% off, 10 times 6 is $5.99. Okay, that's what these went for. So $5.99, a good bunch of them in that custard, almond, off-white, just gorgeous. Could you put anything with them and make it work? I love a good neutral, and that's what you got there. Okay. I love this. This is, if you've ever seen in the open field, taking a hike, taking a walk, where things are turning and starting to go, this is a glorious dusting. Some things even seed like this in a feathery branch like this, and these could be all seeds, and they count on the wind to blow along and land somewhere where they can grow for the next season. I loved the size and the branch. $2.40. $2.40 for the Decor, just saying. So 2 for $4.80. Beautiful. Good for floor vase or upright vase. If it's for a table vase, you can bend this because they're wired. I love the wire, you know that. Or you can snip it and reduce the height. A table or a basket, if you want them coming out of a basket this way, you can lay them along like this. That's our florals. You know, I could have got a lot more if I stayed there much longer, but we have a huge investment in fall florals and pumpkins and gourds as it is. Here, I want to show you the group of mushrooms. I went nuts over this. You saw this last year, okay? And I was talking to you in the store because they had other colors, and you remember last year, and they had shorter ones, and I had picked up a couple of them. Like a sage green or forest green one, and a deep burnt orange one for decorating. And this year, check it out, they had this one. So I had to get another one. They're so darn cute, and they're really realistic the way they've folded them underneath. I've stared at this pumpkin. Thank goodness, you know, you've heard me before, they carry over for a couple of years. This beautiful ceramic pumpkin, it's in a couple of different tones. I think there's orange, a cocoa, darker brown, and this cocoa I loved. Look at this with the mushrooms. If you did a little centerpiece or a faux garden, can you see anything coming together here with these like this? I bet you can. Okay, I can't wait to do some arrangements for you, and we're going to get into that very soon. As you know, I like using arrangements. I want to get this light so it looks like there's a candle in the pumpkin. It's the only reason I got the pumpkin sitting off center. We'll bring a couple things down. Still at the Hobby Lobby. And I guess this is the last thing, and you remember me. I was really having a hard time picking the throw for fall that I wanted to bring home. We have one I think I got 3 years ago. So Angela was thrilled with this beautiful, feels like wool fall blanket. And there was a couple designs there that we both really liked. Different prices. This was around $20, $26, but with the, the 40% off, it was about $20, $21. Wonderful. Now, let's jump over to a place where we always seem to buy because they get good stuff, and we'll link this in the description box under the video. As you know, we were real particular and fussy about what we wanted in a new pot holder collection with the gloves, and I gotta tell you, these won. Hands down, no pun intended, okay? These little dots in here that are heart-shaped are actually little silicone buttons, like tabs, that'll grab the pan for you. So it actually helps hang on to that hot pan for you. Kitchen towels. I probably don't even have to take them out of the bag. We'll link in the description box. Look at the colors. Look at all these colors. Isn't it good? This burnt orange, I love, and it's a nice big bar towel. New for the kitchen and the decor. Going in for the days to come. Alrighty, we'll look at that in a minute. Really different and extra nice stuff going in the store for you collector crazies. Okay, we might as well start this boys on top. Vintage turkey biscuit jar or cookie jar, whatever you want to say. He's going to be in an earthenware, so you're not going to see through. This is an extra great shape. There's no nicks, grazing, nothing wrong there. Next, back by popular demand, a couple of Bavarian cake plates. This is extra beautiful. It is an R&S Prussia, Tillowitz, and Silesia, which I talked about that with you before. If you remember, Silesia is right on the border of Germany and Poland. This is early century. It's probably antique. I'll say that right now. And I'll look up everything exact and have it described in the store for you the way it should be. Here we have, there's so many names, Bavaria, P&T, Terschenreuter, wonderful, two-handled serving plate. And again, this would be for your tea cakes, your little desserts, and we'll look at those. There's that porcelain you want to see coming through. Beautiful stuff. They can be used carefully, or they can be put on a harp, a rack, or a stand. You can put them in your cabinet, or like I like to show some on the back bar, the sideboard, buffet, all around, because you want to see them, right? Okay, what do we got next? We got a few more goodies. This piece you don't see every day. This is an early century, so mid-century MCM milk can shaped glass cookie jar by L.E. Smith, USA. which of course is retired and gone now. But so many good glass pieces come from that company. I was going to use it for marbles, but I got so many, I got other containers, and look at how pretty she is. Next, well, you saw a Toll painted tray a couple weeks ago, I think. This is a Toll painted TV tray. Remember back in the day? Almost everybody had them. This is a laptop one. So if you were on the sofa and you didn't have the floor stand variety, you could put this and it would go over your lap and stay still, or it could go on a table and actually lift it up to you so your soup could be right here while you're watching, you know, all them good shows from back then. And as usual, like you folks that have already bought from us, you know, by purchasing in our Etsy store, you help keep us here and help us keep making videos, because we have equipment needs, we have film, chips, and music we have to pay for. All the cute, sweet music that Angela edits down, puts in our show for us, edits down my raw footage, and then adds the sweet music and all the artwork that goes in there, we have to pay for. Also, we pay for our post office box so that we can do this at all. Just so you know. Why are they always talking about, you know, we're not always, we just want you to know why we talk about it. And one real quick thing, we had a sweet pea from Canada say, geez, I wanted to help, I wanted to buy something for $17 and the shipping was ridiculous. Well, we looked into that and found out everything was shunting to priority mail. We had a fit. And I mentioned this before, but I want to say it real quick. Anything bigger now is going ground, and I'm telling you, the prices have dropped to a third or a fourth of what they were before. Besides that, if you don't need anything, if you're watching, you got your phone, your laptop, or your tablet, when you go to give a thumbs up, you go a couple down more, there's a heart. And that's like a super gift or whatever it is. You can just simply buy us a coffee for $2, and it just helps out. It might help us get a ticket to get in somewhere. So things like that, like the Redigers, you got to pay to even get in there. So that's why we talk like that. And we love everybody that helps with that too, of course. We just want to be able to keep new things coming and stay here for you. That's why it's mentioned at all. We want to grow and we want to keep it coming. You're going to see that, I think, here right now in the next few things. This is a gorgeous vase that I've used for years here on the show. And the funny thing is, it's not that I don't like it anymore. I love it. I still love it. This is from West Palm series of Decor. Doesn't it look like it? It's in the classic Victorian style, where they had big palms in the house, your acacia palms and so on. They can't take the full sun. They do better on the porch or in the house even. Made to look crackled. It's not. There's no real crazy on the piece. It's made to look older, and of course it has pineapples. And this is mid-century, just past the middle. Okay? but you can find different shapes of this. They had several variations of this, and if you do find them, the variations I found are going to cost more than what we're going to want for ours. So that's what we do for you. Here is, I call this an Italian style, probably made in Italy. This is of earthenware. It could be, I couldn't nail down where exactly. I did find other ones. There's different sizes and shapes of this as well. A gold gilded, hand painted with fruit, with black lacquer trim top and bottom, going in the store for you collectors. Let's give that a whirl. Now the most incredible piece, if you know what you're looking at, this Royal Copenhagen vase, you can find it and you will run away when you see what they want for it, perhaps. But we're going to be really helpful and generous on this because we let our plates go. If we had coastal decor and lived on the beach, it wouldn't have gone anywhere. But we just don't. So this again, ultra fine porcelain by Royal Copenhagen. It is stamped and double marked. So folks, check out these items in our store. They're going to be reasonable for your collecting pleasure. Fill them up Thursday right here on My Take. Guys, have a great weekend. And it's going to be fun next week. I know you won't want to miss it. Take care, everybody. Be good. Have a blast. And get your ideas on. We're heading to the best part of the year, and we're going to take our time. Be good. See you soon.